Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
The tortoise says he who carries a basket of secrets should not run through the rain. There is a report right now that is making the rounds on social media that Oletik plunged into panic attack upon learning that Ooni of Ife allegedly bought a house for Christina Adewale. As she, fought Ooni of Ife to a standstill and moved her things. Now, moving her things, from what we heard, that is if the information is correct, they said she just kept packing her things, preparing her things, like folding her things, and the big things that she brought into the palace, she originally moved them, that she was leaving because of Christina Adewale. Now, you know that the Ajay festival is ongoing. Other Oloris, even though they know that they will revisit their matter after Ajay, because the elders of the palace of the Ooni of Ife, Iyanifa, the father of the Ooni of Ife, the who is who of the Ooni of Ife, decided that they should calm down and focus on the Ajay festival, so they don't give the world the signal that the world wants to have, and let them just focus on the Ajay festival. Now, as we are hearing, if you look around Ajay festival, I find out that Oletik is not there. Oletik has been very apprehensive, if that word is okay to be used. Oletik has been very unhappy. If you notice, Oletik has not been part of anything in the palace because she is in and out. Like she's been, traveling, coming. And the reason why she is unhappy in the palace of the Ooni of Ife is because of that relationship with her former friend. Now, without, analyzing this situation too much, I personally do not think that it makes any sense for Oletik to be this apprehensive over Ooni of Ife's relationship with her former friend. The reason is that the man is a polygamist. And just the same way Olori Naomi was right there in the palace, people were coming and going. When you start planting this kind of seeds, do not forget that there is a tendency that you will just have to harvest the seed that you have planted. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Rama. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. Still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. I share all my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, hear what we are hearing. It is not a small something. They say the wahala has not been small between Ooni of Ife and Oletik. They say Christina Adewale recently made a trip to Kazakhstan with some men. And in Kazakhstan, Christina is well traveled, and she is like the person who is fostering a lot of, international businesses right now for the Ooni of Ife. And if you find yourself in that place where it's looking as though you're not doing much for your husband, some other person is taking your place and doing the things that you ought to be doing. Sometimes that kind of feeling can be very, very stressful, and it is a feeling that nobody wants to have. And fortunately for Oletik now, because I will say fortunately, when you have children, these are the biggest, this is the biggest prize that posterity, life can ever give to you, your kids, okay? Right now, she is raising her kids. Ooni does not seem to be that interested like he used to be. Those days when they first started, when Oletik eventually came into the palace, Oletik was the hottest. Every time he was sending for the Ooni of, sending for Oletik. Contrary to what, bloggers have made people to believe that they have a timetable where today they will say blow, tomorrow they will say Ebony, next tomorrow they will say Igbi, the next day they will call Oletik to come. They don't do it that way. Ooni of Ife is a big king. Those days when they first started, when Oletik just moved into the palace, Oletik was the favorite, like that fresh mushroom, like I said earlier, that Ooni of Ife was always calling and calling and calling and calling. And you know, like I said, I've said this time and time again, you know, when our kinds, we report this issue out there or this news, we make people to want to believe that they have timetable. Monday is Oletik, Tuesday is Blow, Wednesday is Igbi, Thursday and all of that. That is not the case. The case is, Kabiyesi is a big king. Whoever he feels like being with is a person he will call. He doesn't owe you any explanation. He doesn't owe you anything. Okay, you are at his mercy. But the good thing about this man is that he is educated. He is exposed. He's exposed generally. He's well traveled. He's seen how women are treated. Okay, and so. Even though he is a polygamist, he tries to treat these women with so much respect, irrespective of the situation, irrespective of how much anybody goofs. He still gives them the respect because he knows very well that if he disrespects his wife, he's really disrespecting himself. And so, now, he used to call Oletik those days a lot and all of that. Now, if you're in that place with the man that you love, you want to stay there forever. When it gets to a point where it begins to look as if the man could care less, he doesn't care no more about you, it becomes a problem. And right now, the desire is not as much as it used to be. It's been very worrisome. Now, the thing is that Kazakhstani trip, they said that this girl made a very big contact in Kazakhstan. And that contact is bringing in agricultural investment into Ile-Ife. The girl Christina knows how to move. She knows how to, how do you call promote business, okay? And so all of that. So Ooni of Ife is also leveraging on that, while the girl is also leveraging on the personality of the Ooni of Ife. And they say as we are talking, as at last week Thursday, they said the deal had been closed and it's a multi-million dollar business to bring agricultural investment, like this cassava. Cassava is basically, they said, it's on agriculture, cassava cultivation, where they will cultivate, like it's a cassava value chain project that lady attracted to Ile-Ife. Now, because of that, they said the house that she had always wanted, Ooni of Ife to purchase for her, Ooni of Ife went ahead and purchased this house for this lady, as we are hearing that Ooni closed the business on that house on Saturday, right? And they said this information got to Oletik, that Oletik Oletik felt as if her whole world had collapsed. This is her best friend. It's almost like her husband is choosing that person over her. It borders on, jealousy and all of that. And that is why I will continue to say that we should be very careful with the things that we sow, because it finds a way, like it returns back to us. I want to believe that maybe, just maybe, this is a retribution, because these women, they showed Olori Naomi Shege. They showed Olori Naomi Shege. All of this humiliation, all of this drama, all of this bad mouthing, all of that. It's because of what happened. If not, before now, who has the mouth to say, open mouth to talk when Queen Naomi is talking? But as we are hearing, they said it's not a small problem. And Oletik, upon hearing that the man bought a house for the friend, Oletik got really mad and said she is leaving. She is leaving. She was moving her things, packing her things. We heard that Kabiyesi even asked Blow to go. It's a long story. I'm going to bring you more update. I don't want this video to be too long. I appreciate you. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.